Work on some stuff, and now I've got a game plan. Going to work more on body composition, going to work more on getting leaner and leaner to make it a lot easier going into Worlds. I have some help with that. People who haven't figured it out yet because they don't watch. My girlfriend preps bodybuilders, and bikini competitors, so she's helping me a little bit with that. So we're going to get some body composition changes, continue to get leaner, and bring my GPP and volume way up. No one cares anymore. Like, no one listens to the trolls. They don't care. Even my girlfriend doesn't care. She's like, I didn't block them. I don't care. So it's not like it's not obvious who it is. So that being said, they don't care. Even my girlfriend doesn't care. She's like, I didn't block them. I don't care. So it's not like it's not obvious who it is. So that being said, even my girlfriend doesn't care. She's like, I didn't block them. I don't care. Yep. Yeah, Shu, I make more than you. Not by a lot, but I do make more than that. Which is why I'm moving out of this place soon. I would have already moved, but I don't want to move before Worlds. I just don't want to have the disruption of my time.
Right, so there we have it. We hear that things are changing in Mr. Blah Blah's life. He has a new flame, a new girlfriend, a new female girlfriend, and he's going to be moving out of the Cug Shack into a spacious condo or maybe a nice place by the seafront. And here we are. I told you, we got to leave this clown, leave him to his own devices. Yeah, just let him get on with it. Let him have a load of rope, let off the rope, let him have as much rope as he wants. And then eventually he'll just tie himself up, he'll wrap round his throat and he'll hang himself. It's happening. It's happening right now. So not only do we have him breaking state and world powerlifting records, and by all accounts, he's chosen the most Mickey Mouse organization to try and do this in. Yeah, so anyway, we're on his channel. He's little dropping hints that he's got a girlfriend, and he's going to be moving out and probably moving her in. So again, who is this mysterious girlfriend that coaches and teaches and helps the diet for bikini competitors and bodybuilders and powerlifters? Who is this mysterious fancy lady that he talks of? Well, we've seen a few clues, and Simo P has been on the case. Yeah, he's one of my followers, if you want to call them that, but we're all in this together. No one's following anyone. We're just all in this together to bring down and expose the biggest fraud on YouTube. Yeah, I was going to say in the fitness industry, but this guy's got nothing to do with the fitness industry, has he? No, he's just a clown that's found something, you know, another grift. And that's all it is. Yeah, it was a fake Merc thing before that was going to lead into some Mickey Mouse sort of shooting academy, sort of tactical school and shooting academy. That fell about because his stolen valor got exposed. Now this was the only grift that was left to him, and he's trying to convince everyone that he's a power lifter, a master's power athlete, and a coach. It's just another grift. That's all it is with this clown, because he's too lazy to get a real job. He's never had a real job in his whole life. Yeah, so this is it. He sits at home making stupid videos, making a few quid a day. yeah, a few bucks a day to supplement his welfare benefits from where he was pretending he was sick and disabled. So anyway, life apparently is going well for Blah Blah. He's got a new lady in his life. So yeah, we've seen a few little comments between him and this mysterious woman. So who is this mysterious female girlfriend? Who is she? Well, like I say, one of my insiders, Simo P, has been sending me some bits and bobs, and we've discovered that it's a girl in Australia. Yeah, a girl in Australia who has done a little bit of studying. It's online studying, but you know, certainly more than Blah Blah's ever done. And she's in strange but good shape. Yeah, she looks quite small, almost maybe slight sort of dwarfism perhaps, because you'll see her in a minute. We've discovered who she is. Not much neck, quite a large head, no hips. Blah Blah's hips are Blah Blah's body is way more voluptuous and feminine than this female girlfriend. So real straight up, straight down sort of stuff, you know, sort of torso, straight down into the hips, straight down to the legs. There's no sort of, you know, no shape, feminine shape. Very strange, but in a sort of shape, you know, she's got muscle, certainly more muscle mass than Mr. Blah Blah. But it's all very weird. It makes me think, what's going on here? You know, it makes me think, what's her ulterior motive? Now, she is, like I say, in Australia. Someone said it's for a green card. Now, if you're going for a green card, then, you know, say Rich Piana and Sarah Piana, yeah? We remember that car crash, don't we? She was blatantly after Rich Piana's money, yeah, and a green card. Well, Blah Blah doesn't have any money. He's never had any money. You can see that because he eats off a fucking wooden smelly old box. Yeah, he eats off gym equipment. Yeah, he's lived in that cuck shack with the dodgy lighting for years. You know, he puts on the little pressure cooker to cook his rice and beef or whatever, you know, offcuts of meat he found in the dumpster outside the butcher's. Yeah. And he puts his little pressure cooker on, his little sort of rice cooker thing, and you see all the lights flickering out in his shithole cuck shack, yeah? So he's got nothing to offer a woman, which is why he's been barren. He's been living in the desert as far as female contact is concerned, which is why he's gone hunting for young men and young boys, you know? Send me dick pics, please. Yeah? This one, she looks, I don't know, she looks a bit masculine, if I'm honest. You know, if you said she's transitioned, which is very popular in 2022, to be trans and all that stuff, I'd believe you, yeah? Very odd, confusing image, yeah? Don't know what she is really. She does look a little bit cuckoo. Yeah, you'll see all this in a minute. This is just stuff I'm picking up from what Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Yeah, she just looks a bit weird, and someone mentioned she may have been sectioned at some point because just of a erratic, sort of almost bipolar behaviour in her videos. So anyway, let's find out who this is. Uncover the person behind the rumor, as it were. So let's have a look at her Instagram right now. Right, here she is. So this is the alleged female transformation specialist and coach. Yeah. So let's have a look. This is her here. So again, very sort of erratic looking sort of videos and everything, but we're just going to have a little look through. Yeah. Now, I don't know. You know, certainly better shape than Blaha, but just looks a bit weird. Looks a bit weird. Yeah. Now, bear in mind she's she's Australian. Yeah, she's Australian. You know, what has Blaha got to offer her? Really, what has Blaha got to offer her? Nothing. Like, you know, I mentioned Mr. Rich Piana and Sarah Piana before. Sarah Hamis or whatever her name was. You know, Blaha has got nothing to offer. He's got no money. He's got no business. He's got nothing to offer. He has no home, yeah, that he can call his own. Yeah, he lives in rented accommodation that seems to be supplied by the government. But what has he got? Nothing. The only thing he's got that could be of value to her is a green card, a possibility of her coming to Texas and somehow attaining a green card through marriage. Now, is that possible? Is it possible? I don't know. Because I don't think she has any, well, I don't know. I'm assuming she hasn't got any property or anything like that. She doesn't look sort of very sort of well balanced mentally. So it's a tough one. I can see this playing out in a because Blaha has cucked and catfished many people or many women. He's catfished a couple of women online, yeah, and he flew out to England, and he, you know, that's the first time they met. So this isn't uncommon, yeah. So I can imagine this going like this: that this girl, she sees Blaha's 110,000+ subscribers. He's boasting away that he's earning, you know, six figure salary, guys. You know, very successful middle class income. Forget the fact that he eats off gym equipment, eats food off a box, has no car, nothing to show for his life, nothing. Yeah, no signs of success or a career anywhere. Yeah. But she seems a bit mentally unstable, a bit unhinged. So she could potentially believe his bullshit. Yeah? He's a coach and he's got 35 paying clients that pay him $250 a month. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah? No signs of success or any sort of money that's coming in, any decent disposable income. No signs of that. Yeah? But she looks unhinged enough to believe his bullshit. So maybe it might go like this. He somehow cobbles together, you know, enough money for a one-way ticket for her to come to Texas, to move into his cuck shack. Yeah, his stinking urine and excrement smelling cuck shack. I mean, that place would stink. It's filthy. It would be covered in dirt and dust, and it would probably smell of piss, sweat, onions, and just excrement. You know, it would. He'd have piles of dirty laundry in the corner. He sleeps on a mattress on the floor. You know, welcome to hell. He really, I think this is how it's going to go. She's going to get flown by Blaha to Texas. Yeah? He'll pick her up in an Uber, wearing his fanny pack, combat shorts, big height adjusting boots, and a fucking Punisher t-shirt. Yeah? And I think they're both going to try and sort of, they're deceiving each other. That's what I'm thinking. They're both trying to grift each other. She will then be stuck in Texas in the cuck shack, yeah, with him trying to get close to her. But, you know, probably her saying, oh, no, we've only just met. Let's wait 2 months, like Moon Cookie. Let's wait 2 months before we go do anything physical. Yeah, she'll probably hear him masturbating in the back room while she sleeps. He's got a pair of her old knickers or something. Yeah, and then she'd just be trapped there, and she will destroy his life. This last little grasp at life, you know, where he's talking about finding God and he's truly blessed by God and he's going to be moving out into a better place and he's got 35 clients. This last grasp at life, yeah, before it all comes crashing down. This is his final act. This is his last grasp. And he's flying this fucking lunatic in. And I promise you, she's going to destroy the last chance he has at trying to salvage and create something for his life. Yeah, so anyway, let's just have a little look through this wacko, this nut job. Yeah, she just looks fucking nuts. Look. And you see what I mean about, like, it's like a teenage boy's body. Nothing here. Absolutely. I mean, I've seen women with faces like this and I wouldn't want to go anywhere near them. They are whack jobs. Straight up, straight down. Look, no hips, no waist, nothing. If you said this was a boy, I'd believe you. It just isn't really looking good, is it? Trying to be cute. No hips. Facial expressions say, you know, a bit loopy. I tell you what, I wouldn't go anywhere near this bird. I really wouldn't. I mean, just, she looks like she's been like a bit loopy, been sectioned, come out and, you know, maybe on medication, trying to get it together, convinced herself she's a body expert, you know, a bodybuilding expert, or, you know, done an online course, because she's done online courses, which again is more than Blaha's done. But I mean, you know, it's just the facial expressions. Anyone that knows Australian women, they are a bit fucking wild. They're a bit wild and a bit crazy. I've had, you know, let's say I've had interactions with a few Aussie birds, and they are a bit fucking mental if you gotta, you know, and this one just looks like, yeah, she's mental. Anyway, so that is her Instagram. Let's check out the Facebook. So this is it. Team Ruby, Team Blah Blah, Team Ruby. Yeah. Mance and nutrition. So maybe performance and nutrition. Yeah. Again, you can see where she studied. Muscle Nerds. Yeah, you can go and check those out. Muscle Nerds is online stuff. It's all online stuff. So just home study. Yeah, home study. So have a little look at the photos here. Again, you know, like most sort of young girls, when they're in their teens, they're cute. Yeah, all young girls in their teens, 17, you know, they look cute. So she's a bit younger here. Yeah, a bit younger here. Before she was sectioned. But, you know, there's just a bit of a bunny boiler look about her, you know? A bit of a bunny boiler look. Oh shit, she's got a dog. So maybe not a good idea to let Blah Blah near the dog. We know he likes to kill dogs. Yeah, he's a dog killer. But she just looks a bit, maybe looks a bit like she's had a neck injury and maybe had a couple of vertebrae fused. I don't know. But just the look of a bit of a bunny boiler. She's got the bunny boiler look about her. She looks like a bunny boiler. You know, all my, you know, I've had a lot of experience of women and I've met quite a few crazy ones. Yeah. And she just has that bunny boiler look about her. Yeah. A bit unhinged. but you know, in much better shape than Blah Blah, and has more credentials than Blah Blah. Certainly has more qualifications than Blah Blah. But I mean, looking at this picture, if you said that this was a man, trans, I'd agree. Yeah, the hands, the head to shoulder ratio, yeah, no hips, bit of an Adam's apple, nothing here, quite a wide back. I'd say, yeah, that's probably a trans. So a transvestigation we're doing here as well. Looks like a bit of a tranny. I don't know. But again, gotta say itself in shape for a competition. Yeah, a few years ago, 2017. So more than Blah Blah's done. Yeah. But I don't know. Transvestigation needs to be done. Looks like a bit of a geezer. But we know that's what Blah Blah likes in a female girlfriend. Certain masculine qualities, like a cock. Something to suck at night. I don't know. You know, big jawline, sort of very masculine, sort of dimple in the chin. That's a very male attribute, isn't it? Transvestigation says it could possibly be trans. It could be a trans man. Anyway, so here is a TikTok, and I don't know about you guys, but TikTok has to be probably the worst, the lowest form of social media out there. It is for the bottom feeders, the pond scum of social media. It really is the worst thing out there as far as social media is concerned. It's even worse than Facebook. But yeah, it just looks, you know, facial expressions, the sort of glazed eyes. Yeah, the glazed eyes, sort of, yeah. Just doesn't look like the full ticket, does she? She looks like she's a bit sort of fat, sandwiched short of a picnic. Doesn't look well. Doesn't look like, you know, fully there. The fact that someone said she may have been sectioned is a possibility. She may be trans. Again, possible. But that's the new mystery lady, trans man, whatever it is, in Mr. Blah Blah's life. So yeah, you've got the info there. You can go and have a little look yourself. But very, very odd behaviour. Ruby Cherry even sounds like a sort of trans man's name, doesn't it? You know, that wants to be a woman. Yeah, or a stripper's name, but I don't think she's a stripper, but I think she's certainly a trans man. Anyway, so that is, like I say, the mystery woman, male, female, whatever the hell it is, in Mr. Blah Blah's life. So how do you think it's going to go? But that's what I'm thinking. I think he's going to save up some shekels from YouTube and maybe invite her over on a one-way trip. Of course, it's going to be one way, yeah? She's going to move in. They're going to be trying to grift hell out of each other and just really exploit each other. And I think she's going to destroy whatever's left of his pathetic, tragic life. But I tell you, like we've been discussing behind closed doors, as it were, this final act of Blah Blah's life is going to be epic. Yeah. So I said I'd be back doing roasts, proper roasts. My last roast wasn't that good, but doing proper roasts when the mints are coming. And the mints are coming. They really are. You know. This final act is going to be, like I say, it's going to be very, very enjoyable to watch. So sit back, get your popcorn, and enjoy the shit show that is Mr. Blah Blah's life. So like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. I hope it's been informative, and I'm out of here.
Way down deep in the middle of the Congo, a hippo took in every cut the rubber and the mango. He stuck it with the others and he danced a diddy tango. The rhino said, I know, we'll call it Umbango. Umbango, you drink it in the Congo. Python picked the passion from the mama, said the mandarin. The parrot painted bongos got the hunk of voodoo landed in. So when it comes to sun and fun and goodness in the jungle, they all prefer the sunny, funny one they call Umbango.
Libby's Umbango. High juice drinks, free from artificial ingredients.